The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Giants nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 6. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice. Or maybe even routes versus air. Because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Miller. He finds his man, complete. That's Lawrence. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Giants.
On the 6. Let's go now.
Straight ahead, Henderson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, Miller. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawrence. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Miller. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Warriors. Warriors. 17.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. It's certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Here's Miller. Off-play action. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 35-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Logan. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonathan Brooks, 65 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Falcons 14, Giants 3.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Miller now, off the play fake. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Dalton. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Let's go now. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
3rd and 10.
Drop 60, drop 60. Let's go. Panther 60. Please, Lion. Panther 11. Panther 18. Pioneer.
Back to throw. Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Logan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early, have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
2nd and 10. And now an audible here into something else. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Back to throw again.
Right back to Pitts again.
And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Williams from 8 yards out. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
Point after here coming up. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Falcons 21, Giants 3.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They're marking down officially at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3.
And now Miller hit it, and he fumbles. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. And the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
28, Giants 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's got to be a group effort with the mistakes that happen. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Clark. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun, Clark. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
70 Lion. Warriors, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Take over.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonathan Brooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
35, Giants 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop it behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run once more with Henderson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So,
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Falcons just continue to roll. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return. He's going to get this to about the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Clark throwing to start the drive. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Giants are able to claw one back.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
42, Giants 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. Warriors 70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll change things up.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Two yards to go, second down. They'll run the draw with Brooks. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
This is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brings
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And not all spectacular catches are a result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Looking to throw. Logan. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And a run is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Rig alert, 19 Tiger, Panther Street, Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun, Clark.
They'll swing this out to Henderson.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Check smash. 60 Eagle. Go.
Here's Clark. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. This right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard now. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Throwing to start the drive. Logan. Over the middle, complete. It's Brooks. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Jonathan Brooks
sending his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Falcons extend their lead yet again. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Ready? Justice Cowboy, Dragon 60. Go street. Buffalo 18.
Now Clark to throw. Throwing to start the drive. Shedding the tackle. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one out to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Get Viking, 18 Warriors, 70, 19 Lions, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 Tight, 19 Tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready,
back to throw. Clark. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Clark from the gun on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Giants.
Panther 11, Panther 11, Panther 80. 60 Bobcats, 60.
Looking to throw. Clark. Open man, that's Felton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
60, Dragon 60. Buffalo 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Clark now. From the gun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, Warriors, 70. 19 Lions.
Operating from the gun. Clark. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy going for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go. It's Henderson. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Logan. Williams brings it in. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
I
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Falcons, first down.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They don't let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense, you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
And we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go around.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henderson.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 4.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll try to run for it with Henderson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
60.
Now a give, right side. Dalton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd manageable with that run.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Look at my team. Tighten up. Back. Check out.
Looking to throw. Clark. Pressure break. And the Falcons get there for the sack. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Result of the play is
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Back to throw. Logan. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
We're now 3rd and a yard.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Logan. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Logan. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively. Key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
70 Lions. Seven Pirates. Warriors 70. Panther 11. Mustang 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70 ring. 18 Cardinal.
Throwing to start the drive. Logan. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
It's a gain of 11. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Logan. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack it back at the 36. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
36-yard line.
70 Lion. Mustang 19. Chap 60. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Logan. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
28 yards.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now Clark throwing to start the drive. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
Operating from the gun. Clark. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Patterson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Patterson. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down.
I like what the offense did there, trying to spread the defense out with a 5-receiver formation. But give the defense credit. They stayed in their spot and were able to disrupt the catch and force the ball to the turf.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing to start the drive. Logan.
He's into space past the 25.
And finally, wrestled down at the 11. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Again, it's Henderson. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Here we go, here we go. Top 60, hop 70, hop 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Yeah.
Off the play fake. Clark. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
70 Lions. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Miller. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, balls on the ground, we got to get it back.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive. It won't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Back to throw. Miller. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Giants.
Looking to throw. Miller. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lawrence. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Giants 17.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover. The risk reward of the onside onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Logan. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Falcons send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Seven Pirates. Set.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
The Falcons are moving on.